My whole front tooth broke. Like, it was gone. Gone. What's up, you guys? It's your girl Amber, Amber's Closet, and today, do I have a story for you? But let me take you guys back to the beginning and give you guys a rundown of this situation with my two front teeth. So when I was younger, I was a little BMX rider and I was doing some bad shit in the garage. My bike was hanging on this like bike rack that was like on the ceiling, and I don't know why my ass thought it was like cool to take the handlebars and swing on the handlebars. Next thing I knew, I woke up face down on the cement with the bike fell on top of me, my face to the ground, my lip almost busted through, and my tooth chipped in half. Yeah, I was dumb as f. I don't know what the f happened. So of course I went in, I got like a little cap to kind of fill in the rest of my tooth, and that's how it was. But being that I was young and I was crazy and I was eating shit all the time, I kept breaking that part off because it was just literally just half of this just like glued back on, right? So once I got older, they put a whole cap on it. Now fast forward this to early college years, I started doing this overnight whitening thing where I had to like put it in this like tray for my teeth and sleep with it overnight. Over time, this whitening damaged the nerves in my two front teeth. All of a sudden, I just like was very sensitive. Like I was in like this crazy pain. So I went to the dentist. Long story short, they were like, bitch, we gotta take your nerves out in front of your teeth. You need a root canal. And I'm like, oh my God, are you kidding me? Over this stupid ass, cheap ass whitening. I'm like, okay, do what you gotta do. And they were like, pretty much, we're gonna take your roots out, we're gonna shave your teeth on, and we're gonna put two caps in the front. I already had one cap, so I was like, all right, but now I'm like, oh my God, my two front teeth out of all my teeth are fake?
Fake?
Like, I really felt a certain way about it. I was scared, but it ended up okay. So since my early year of college, I've had two caps or crowns replace my two front teeth. So I've been cool over the years. You can do what I do. I keep doing what I'm doing, you know, whatever, everything is cool. So the other day I was sitting there, just got home, hella tired, a long ass day. I was sitting there eating a piece of chicken, and ooh, this piece of chicken was so good. And I was just like watching my new show on Netflix, and all of a sudden I crunched down on something hella hard, and I was like, oh my God. It made me stop my whole process because I knew that the chicken didn't have a bone in it. So I'm like, what the hell? So I stopped, I pull out the chicken, I'm like going through it, and I find this little ass piece. I couldn't tell what it was. I'm like sitting here thinking like, oh my God, this couldn't have came from the chicken. No way. And I'm thinking of how I should sue the restaurant I just ordered this chicken from, right? Because what the fuck is this little piece? And as I'm sitting there investigating, I start sucking on my teeth because I just finished eating that chicken. Then
Oh my God!
I had a hole in the front of my mouth, and all of a sudden, there's hella air windstorms coming through my teeth that weren't there before. I literally freaked the fuck out as I put this together because never in life do you think that your teeth are gonna fall out. Like I literally looked at the piece and I was like, It literally was that sequence. It took me a minute of staring at it and feeling on myself to put it together, because never in life did you think that that scenario or that situation was gonna happen to you. I was in such shock, you guys. I like literally held it and was like shaking, and I went around the house and I went up to my sister and went up to my girlfriend just shaking like, my tooth fell out, you guys. I'm so crazy about my teeth, you guys, and I've said this in a Q&A. I have literally had nightmares of my teeth falling out. Like that is such a nightmare. So for it to become true, it blew my mind. I was sitting here tripping. And then after I took the piece, I like tried to fit it back into my mouth. And when I tried to fit it back into my mouth, the other part of the tooth fell out. So now I'm actually like, it fell out in two pieces, bruh. Like that's probably the worst thing that can happen. If a cap falls out of your mouth, you want it to fall out as one whole thing, and then hopefully you can just glue that fucker back on, right? But no, this thing had to break in two pieces to make it probably impossible for me to have to put this thing back in my mouth, which extra freaked me out. Like literally went into instant panic, shock, and I could not move in the middle of the night. Where do you go to fix some shit like this? I don't freaking out, you guys. And I started thinking about all these things I had to film the next day and how my life is over and like, where do I go and what do I do at this point? Who do you call? Who do I call, bruh? Who do I call? You know when someone loves you, when they can look at you without a tooth and you feel the ugliest you've ever been and be like,
oh my God, it's okay, babe. Oh, you look so cute without a tooth.
And my sister was so ride or die. She was calling all the places for me right away. Listen, I'm kind of responsible. I have medical insurance, but it's an extra to get dental insurance. And even if you pay for the extra in dental insurance, it doesn't cover shit like this. So I don't have it.
I don't have it.
That night I started calling all night dentists and started talking to them, but I couldn't get appointments till the next day. So literally for the next 2 days, I was going toothless around the city to different dentists to get a price on these because I knew I had to come out of pocket and I knew it was gonna be expensive as shit. So I needed to find somewhere that would, one, take care of me, and two, it would be the best price possible because this was last fucking minute and I don't have all this money just sitting around ready to pay for a tooth. You feel me? Never did I think I was gonna wake up one day toothless and have to go and pay $1,000 for another tooth. I just wasn't prepared. I wasn't ready.
I wasn't ready.
But I had shit to do, bruh. So I was literally in here ghettoing the shit out of it. I was about to take super glue and just super glue that bitch back in here. And then my girlfriend was like, no, that's not good for you. You can't be swallowing that in your mouth. But I was gonna do whatever it took. I literally went to Rite Aid and bought denture glue and literally put denture glue on this thing and shoved this thing back in my mouth just enough to get around the city. You know what I'm saying? I still didn't want to like smile or anything. I was like talking like that everywhere I went because it was so weird for me. And then because the crack was right in the front of my tooth, you guys, it was visible. I mean, when I put it back together, it looked good, but when I try to glue it back together and do it, I mean, the line became visible. I'm not skilled with dental work, you feel me? So it wasn't the best looking job. So of course, me freaking out, I went to every dentist and I was like, it's an emergency. I need to put this back together. I'm in the middle of filming a pilot. I'm a YouTuber. I'm on camera all the time. So right away, I felt like that told them, oh, all right, so we need to give you a high price since you need this right away. And so every dentist was hella fucking expensive and told me they couldn't put my little cap back together. I was over here looking at them like this. Are you kidding me right now?
Are you kidding me right now?
They had me so f***ed up. So finally I found this bomb ass dentist who was like, you know what? Let me go ahead and put this back together for you and charge me like literally less than what the appointment would have cost and gave me a free appointment and was like, I can put it back together for you. He literally put it back together, cemented that thing on, sanded it down. It doesn't even look like it's broke. And he was like, I'm gonna do that for you and I'm gonna give you some time because you do need good porcelain teeth for the front of your teeth and I wanna give you time because it's hard, it's a lot of money. Like literally took care of me. No other dentist would do that because they're only thinking about money and not you, your life and yourself and like how these things can come up unexpectedly and how you're not prepared for those financially. But I still have to come up with almost $3,000, but still, I went to a person that I felt like he cared more for my teeth than his own. This is the tooth right here that literally split in half. You can't even really see that line. Like he did such a great job. Just had to tell you guys that because it was a living nightmare this week and I literally went into hiding. Like hiding. So all I have to say is, damn, dental stuff is hella expensive. I thought teeth, even if they were fake, were gonna last forever and clearly they don't. Anyways, you guys, I just had to share my pain with you guys. That was so ridiculous. I'll keep you guys updated with it. Please put in the comments below if you guys have ever been through anything like this or just an embarrassing situation where you just felt embarrassed or didn't want to go out in public because of something on yourself. Stay amazing, you guys. I love you so much. I'll see you soon with another video. Peace.